Hello and welcome. My name is Emma, and this is a short yoga class to open the heart, shoulders, and neck. You don't need anything for this practice, just a mat and a little bit of space to move. And we're going to get started. So just come into a comfortable seat. Take a few little wiggles to just arrive and come into your body. Lengthen through your spine and the back of your neck. Maybe you close your eyes or take a soft gaze toward the front of the room you're in. And allow your hands to be open in your lap in a gesture of receptivity. And then before we do anything else, before we even change the breath, just notice how you're breathing right now. Feel your belly and your chest move with each inhale and exhale. And begin to let go of anything that you've done already today or anything you still have to do, as you give yourself permission to arrive on your mat. And then in your own time, we'll just take 3 deep belly breaths. So a nice deep inhale into the belly. And with an open mouth exhale, let it all go. Deep breath in. And exhale, release any tightness or tension or stress. And for the last one, your deepest breath of the day. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. And then just allow your breath to be easy in the body. Gentle inhale and exhale. As you take a moment to set an intention for today's class. Maybe there was something specific that drew you to your practice today. And just taking a moment to reflect on what that might be. But if nothing comes to mind, that's okay. Maybe you just set the intention to be present, your body and your breath, for the next 20 minutes or so on your mat. Take one final deep breath into your belly. And then exhale, let go of your intention. Let go of everything. And begin to bring your hands to your heart and gently rub your palms together at the heart, bringing a little bit of heat, creating a little bit of heat between your hands. And then we're going to take the hands and glide them over the body to gently start to wake the body up. So dragging your hands from the top of your head down your neck, across your chest, and down the arms, down your side bodies, into your hips, into your legs. Rub the tops of your legs. And just gently begin to open your eyes as you come back into your space. Start to bring your hands to your knees. And then if you're sitting up on a block or sitting up on something, you might want to set that to the side. Place your hands on your knees. And then on an inhale, we're going to lift the chest, lift the chin, arch through the spine and look up. And exhale, curl through your spine, look towards your belly button. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, curl over and down. Continue to move with your own breath, your own rhythm. So that might mean moving a little faster or slower. And then begin to add in a little intuitive movement as well. So for you, that might mean some little hip circles or some neck circles. You might start to stretch through your shoulders. Whatever it feels like for you, just taking a moment to drop into your body and move in a way that feels good to you. And as we move through today's class, if at any point there is a movement that feels not great in your body and you want to do something else instead, I highly encourage you to listen to your body, listen to your intuition, and move in a way that feels more natural and good for you. So take 2 more breaths here as we warm up through the spine. And begin to make your way back to a nice long spine. We're going to take the opposite hand to opposite knee. And then inhale, reach your hand up toward the ceiling. And exhale, begin to side bend off towards that opposite knee. And from here, make sure you're lifting your chest and your chin, your gaze up towards the ceiling. As you take a few deep breaths into that side body. And then gently begin to come back up, and we'll switch sides, opposite hand to opposite knee. Reach up to the ceiling first, deep breath in. And then exhale, take a side bend. Gaze and chest both lift up towards the ceiling as you stretch through the side. Take one final deep breath in. And exhale, begin to come out. Nice. Last exercise here in seated. Bring your hand off to the side and drop your opposite ear to your shoulder. Gentle neck stretch. If you like to deepen the stretch, you can bring your hand to your ear. That can be really intense though, especially now at the beginning of our practice. So take a few deep breaths into the neck wherever you are. And then begin to switch sides. Opposite ear to opposite shoulder. One side might feel tighter than the other, and just noticing. Beautiful. Bring your head back up through center. Inhale, reach your arms up, interlace your fingers, and then bring them to the nape of the neck. Deep breath in as we press the elbows out and back. And then exhale, begin to curl forward. Keep your core engaged as you pull the elbows down. Getting a nice stretch through the back of your neck. And then slowly begin to release the arms. Come back up to a seat. Take any intuitive movement here as we begin to make our way over onto hands and knees. Coming onto hands and knees, we're going to line up our shoulders over our wrists, hips over knees. Nice flat back here to start. And then we're going to take some gentle cat-cow. So inhale, belly falls, chin lifts. And exhale, curl through your spine, look toward your belly button. Inhale, arch and look up. And exhale, curl over and down. Take a few more on your own, and also take a little intuitive movement here. So you might circle in through your hips or stretch the side body. If your wrists tend to bother you when you do yoga, take some nice wrist stretches here. Whatever feels good and natural for you as we just gently warm up our bodies. Or you can continue with some cat-cows, whatever feels good to you. We'll take 2 more full breaths wherever you are. And then begin to come back to a nice flat back. From here, we're going to tuck the toes and then send the hips up and back, coming into a downward facing dog. So for this first downward facing dog, take a little movement, walking out through your feet. Maybe roll forward through your shoulders a few times. Just notice how this first downward dog feels in your body. And it probably feels a little tight as it's our first one, and that's totally normal. That's totally okay. Just taking a moment to breathe and move in your downward facing dog. And then after a few breaths of movement, find stillness in your dog. Downward dog is meant to be our resting pose, but if at any point during class it doesn't feel like one, you can always come down into child's pose, bringing the knees as wide as your mat and stretching the arms out long in front of you. And take a few breaths here in stillness as you reconnect to your intention for today's class and as you breathe. Beautiful. And then on your next inhale, we're going to lift up onto our toes, look toward the front of our mat. And then exhale, slowly begin to walk your way to your top of your mat, forward fold. We're going to pause here, grab for opposite elbows, and really let your upper body hang heavy. Release through your face and your jaw and your back of your neck. It might feel good to sway a little bit side to side or grab opposite elbows. Take one final full breath here. And exhale, begin to release your fingers down to the floor. On an inhale, flatten out through your back, halfway lift. Hands come to your shins. And exhale, fold forward and down. And then inhale, slowly rise all the way up to stand. Arms reach up long overhead. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Palms pressed together as you stand up nice and tall and long through the spine. Take a deep breath here as you ground down through your feet. Stand up nice and tall. And then on an inhale, we're going to reach your arms up long overhead, interlace the fingers, and then bring them to the nape of your neck. Nice. On an inhale, press your elbows out and back as you lift through the chest and the chin. Arch through your spine. And then exhale, we're going to sit back, bend your knees, and come into a chair pose. So neutral spine here. Sit your weight back onto the heels, stretching out long through the back of your neck. And then from here, we're going to move with the breath. So on an inhale, lift up, open through the chest, elbows press out and back. And exhale, come into your chair. Nice. Inhale, open, elbows press out and back. Exhale, squat it down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale, come into your chair and hold. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in here. And then exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Inhale, come through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Let's do 1 more each side. Sit back a little bit more. Last one. Nice. Come back through center. Reach your arms forward towards the front of the room. Deep breath in. And exhale, fold forward and down. On an inhale, flatten out through your back, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into a high plank. We're going to pause here. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Engage your core. If you need to, bring your knees down, but you're still engaging through your core. Nice. Take a deep breath in here. And then slowly, slowly, slowly begin to come all the way down to the floor. Forehead rests down. Toes are untucked. Hands are just outside your shoulders. And then on an inhale, we're going to press the tops of the feet down into the floor as we lift the chest and the chin up. Cobra pose. Exhale, come down. We're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale, lift it up, cobra. Exhale it down. 2 more. Cobra push-ups. Last one. And bring it back down. From here, inhale, lift it up, cobra pose. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. You can come through your hands and knees as you tuck your toes and send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. 2 breaths here. And then on an inhale, lift up on your toes, look toward the front of the mat. Exhale, step or hop your way to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out through your back. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, arms reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. We're going to move through just one sun salutation here. All together, inhale, arms rise. And exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back or hop back and move through your vinyasa high plank. Inhale, low exhale. Inhale, lift it up, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. On an inhale, lift up on the toes, look toward the front. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, arms reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment here. Few deep breaths here in mountain pose. You can keep your hands at your heart or maybe bring them off to the sides. And just take a few deep breaths. Beautiful. On an inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, interlace the fingers, bring them to your nape of your neck. Inhale, press your elbows out and back. Exhale, squat down, chair pose variation. Inhale, reach your arms forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or take your vinyasa back. Make your way to downward facing dog. On an inhale, right leg lifts up and back. Exhale, step it through to the front of the mat. Pause here in your runner's lunge. Find some strength in your legs as you hop that back foot forward. Plant your back foot down at a 45-degree angle. press both feet down into the floor and away from each other as you lift up into your warrior one. Warrior one, right foot is in front. Take a deep breath in, reach your fingertips up toward the ceiling. And then exhale, interlace the fingers and bring the hands to the nape of the neck. On an inhale, press your elbows out and back. And then exhale, begin to fold forward and down. Nice. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, fold. One more time. And fold. Inhale, open through the chest. And then exhale, begin to twist, bringing your left elbow towards your right knee, but not all the way down. Nice. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, drop your right elbow towards your right knee and twist your body towards the left side. And then as you come up, you're going to open your arms, open that back foot up, coming into a warrior two. So widen your stance, long through the arms, gaze off over your front fingertips. On an inhale, flip that front palm. And then exhale, reverse your warrior, bring your left hand to your back hip or back thigh as you reach that right arm up. It might feel good to keep that hand extending up toward the ceiling, or maybe you drop your right hand between your shoulder blades. Take a few deep breaths here. And then inhale, come up, warrior two. And exhale, begin to bring your right elbow to your right knee, left arm reaches toward the ceiling, side angle pose. Gaze lifts up towards that left hand. If it feels good, you might want to reach the left hand towards the front of your room and get a nice full body side stretch. Drop your shoulder away from your ear. And then on an inhale, come up, warrior two. Exhale, windmill your arms forward and down. Option to take your vinyasa or simply press back, downward facing dog. Totally up to you. Just make your way to downward facing dog. And then we'll take the other side. So inhale the left leg up and back. And exhale, step it through the front of the mat. Hop that back foot in. Foot's at a 45-degree angle. And then press the feet down into the floor and away from each other as you come up, warrior one. Inhale, reach your fingertips up toward the ceiling. Exhale, interlace the fingers and bring them to the nape of the neck. On an inhale, press your elbows out and back, chest and chin lift up. Exhale, fold forward and down. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, fold it forward. Nice. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist, bringing that right elbow to your left knee. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up through center. And switch sides, left elbow to right knee. From here, we're going to open up through the arms as we come up. Bring that back foot down and widen our stance, coming into a warrior two. Lengthen through the arms. Gaze off over those front fingers. Beautiful. On an inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse. Right hand to your back hip or back thigh. Left hand reaches up. Or if you like, you can bend at the elbow and bring that hand between the shoulder blades. Few deep breaths. On an inhale, come up, warrior two. Exhale, side angle, left elbow to left knee, right arm reaches toward the ceiling. Maybe you reach it toward the front of the room if that feels better for you. Drop that shoulder away from your ear. Nice. On an inhale, come up, warrior two. And exhale, windmill your arms forward and down. Make your way through your vinyasa or simply press back. Downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. And we're going to start to slow it down. From here, inhale, lift up on a toe, look to the front of the mat. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Arms reach up long overhead. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. We're going to pause here in our mountain pose. So bring your hands out to the side. Stand up tall and long through your spine. And take a few deep breaths into your belly, into your heart. Coming back to a nice, deep, even rhythm with your breath. And gently revisiting your intention while we're here as well. If you've closed your eyes, gently begin to open them again. We're going to bring our feet a little bit wider than hips distance. And then on an inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And then exhale, we're going to bring the hands to the heart as we gently drop down into Amalasana squat. If this is not accessible for you, you can come onto a block, you can come up onto a chair. We're just gently going to open through the hips as we lift through the heart, lift through the chest and the chin. And take a few deep breaths. From here, we're going to place one hand on the floor, reach the opposite hand up toward the ceiling, take a gentle twist. If you're on a chair, just gently bring your hand to your knee and take that twist. Come back through center and then switch sides, opposite hand to the floor, opposite hand reaching up. And then begin to bring both hands back to your heart. And from here, we're going to come into a comfortable seat, bringing both legs out in front of you. Hands come behind. Both feet planted on the floor, nice and long through the spine. You can keep your knees bent here, or if you like, you can extend them. We're going to do just a couple of reverse push-ups to really open through the chest and the front body. So on an inhale, we're going to lift the hips up toward the ceiling, open through the chest and let the head fall back. Exhale, drop it down. We'll do two more. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, drop it down. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Begin to sit up nice and tall. If your knees are bent, straighten them now. Reach your arms up. Inhale. And exhale, fold forward and down. Gentle forward fold. If you like, you can bend into your knees to give your hamstrings a little bit of space to breathe. And we're going to pause here just for a few more moments. So taking some deep breaths as you allow your body to rest. One more full breath where you are. And then gently begin to sit yourself back up. Reach your arms toward the front of the room. If you'd like to add any layers or grab any props for Shavasana, feel free to do so now. You're going to gently begin to make your way down onto your back. And in all my classes, I like to leave just a little bit of time at the end of our practice for you to take any movement that feels good to you. Sometimes when we sign up for a class, it doesn't quite hit all the right spots, and I'd love love for you to take an opportunity now, just a few breaths, maybe a minute or so, to move in a way that feels good to you. If you know exactly what you want, you can move into it now. And if not, I'll give you a few options. You can take a gentle twist, starting on one side and then switching and going to the other. You might take a happy baby, drawing your knees towards your armpits, feet toward the ceiling, opening through the hips and the hamstrings. You might take a gentle bridge pose, placing the feet on the floor and lifting the hips, opening through the chest as you roll onto the tops of the shoulders. You might move right into your Shavasana or some other pose, stretch, or movement that feels good to you. There's no right or wrong here, just taking an opportunity to really listen to what your body needs before we come into our Shavasana. Take about 10 more rounds of breath of movement. And then begin to come to your Shavasana, your final resting pose. Take any final movements or wiggles as you come to rest on your mat. And for Shavasana, make sure you choose a position where you can relax and release all of the muscles, making yourself as comfortable as possible. And gently coming back to a nice, deep, even rhythm with your breath. Nice, easy breaths in and out. And just take a moment to notice how your breathing has changed from the beginning of class to now. Notice how different your body feels from the beginning of practice to now. And then taking one final moment to revisit your intention for today's class. Whether you set your own or you just set the intention to be present. Taking a moment to reflect. And know that no matter how well you think you did at honoring that intention today, that you deserve credit for showing up. Take a moment to feel grateful that you showed up for your practice today, that you moved with your breath, in presence with your body. And then with one final deep breath in, let it all go. Gently allow yourself to relax into your Shavasana. Nothing left to do. Nowhere left to go. Be. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Bring tiny movements to your fingers and your toes. Maybe rock your head from side to side. And then as you're ready, gently draw your knees into your chest. Give your knees a gentle hug before you roll over onto one side. It doesn't matter which side, just choosing whichever feels better to you. Pausing here for a moment in seed pose and grounding this feeling of being present with your body and your breath. You can carry it with you throughout the rest of your day. And then slowly and gently make your way back up to a comfortable seat. Once more, sit up nice and tall and long through your spine. Lengthen through the back of your neck. And you can keep your hands resting in your lap, or you can bring them to heart center. And we'll take one final breath together to end our practice today. Taking a deep breath in and a long sighing breath out. Namaste means the light in me sees and honors the light in all of you. So namaste. And thank you for practicing with me this morning. Be sure to follow along if you want some more movement practices. I also teach meditation here and on Insight Timer, and I would love to have you. So hope to practice with you again soon. Have a great day.